Now that the dark theme is set up, let's toggle between the dark theme and the light theme. So first of all, let's create a button that the user can press to toggle between the light theme and the dark theme. In our home page, in our app bar, we'll create a settings icon, and every time the user taps that settings icon, they can toggle between the dark theme and the light theme. So here in the app bar, we can use actions, which takes a list of actions, and let's create an icon button. So here I can pass in an icon button, and we have an on pressed and also an icon. Against our icon property, we'll use the icon widget, and in that we can write icons dot and select the icon we want. So we want the settings, so we'll select that, and now let's do a hot reload. Cool, and now we have a settings icon here, and we'll make that a const. Okay, so we'll create a settings menu that pops up when we press this, but in the meantime, let's just toggle between the light and the dark by pressing this button. Now that the dark theme is set up, we want to be able to communicate the changes to our theme property that we're going to change between dark theme and light theme. So we can do that by setting up another provider object. I will create a new directory. I'll name this providers. I'll put our controller in here. I'll create a new Dart file, and I'll name this theme provider, and in here I'll type class theme provider, and this will extend a change notifier, and this will be fairly simple. I'll create bool is dark, and I'll set that to false, and then we'll create a method which will update this, name set theme, and isDark will be set to the opposite of the current value of isDark. So if this is light, this will be dark, and then if it's dark, it will turn to light. Then after we've done that, we should notify our listeners that the dark bool has changed value. Now let's set up our provider. So we'll go to our main, and up here in multi-provider, we've got a list of providers. So this is really easy to create another object. We'll just type in change notifier provider, and we'll use the arrow, and then we'll point to our theme provider. Cool. Okay, so that's done. So we've created our provider. Now we need to call this method in this object whenever we tap this settings icon. So back in our home page, we can do that by using provider of. I'll pass in the theme provider, set listen to false so we don't throw an exception, and then set theme. Cool, so every time we tap the icon button, this on press function will run, and provider will call this method which will update the boolean of isDark. Then in our main, we can then listen to those changes by using the consumer class and provider. So here I'll wrap the material app with a consumer, which will take in a theme provider, and here I'll change the child to a builder. Now we have access to that property and method in the theme provider, and this will rerun when isDark changes. So we can just write notifier.isDark, and now we can use the ternary operator to say if this is true, we'll return the dark theme. If this is false, then let's return the light theme. Okay, cool. So now let's test this out. I'll do a hot restart. So we're in our light theme. We can't see our icon button, so we'll update that shortly because it's white. Tap that and we're in our dark theme. Cool. Alright, awesome. So that is looking good. Now let's update that icon. So in our themes, we'll come up to app theme bar, and we can use the icon theme, and we can use an icon theme data widget, and here we can set the color to black in the light theme. So do a hot restart. Cool, so we can now see this icon. Tap that, We go into dark theme, tap it back, and we change right back. Cool, so nice and easy to switch between themes. In the next video, we'll create a settings menu for the app, which will include using a switch list tile.